Him versus Crawford. You want to see that fight? It's
going
to happen.
You know what? I want to see it if Crawford wants it.
Crawford, it's going to happen.
I defer to Crawford. I want to see Crawford.
You think Crawford has a chance of winning?
Yes.
Who do you pick to win that fight?
Canelo.
How do you think he wins?
It has to be points. You can't stop him.
You think Canelo can beat Crawford on points?
I think he can.
How?
I think he'll just have to. I think that Canelo will scumbag rounds. Crawford will land 3 or 4 punches, moving in and out, and Canelo will land one eye-catching counter that might steal in the round.
So you think it could be a controversial point decision?
It will be a controversial fight, regardless. 100%.
That works for Saudi. They get a 2-fight deal.
100%, bro. That's what these man's strategy, bro. The man not see what Saudi do. The man not watching what these men do, bro. Canelo has no legs. Before his power was gone, I said he's got no legs. He hasn't run for like 6 or 7 years.
The reason why,
Crawford is very fit, very durable, can wrestle,
fast.
Is very, very fast. Crawford will look to move in and out.
He's got better stamina than Canelo.
He will look to move in and out. The one thing that Canelo will have over him is size, which shouldn't matter too much because Crawford's an elite wrestler. Him and Lomachenko both wrestle. So the size shouldn't matter. The other thing is the power. Do you know what I mean? And Canelo needs... This is probably why he's fighting William Skull. He needs a knockout to go and fight.
Get some confidence.
He needs to get knockout confidence to go and fight Crawford.
For me, I'll keep it real. It's one of those ones where when I'm thinking about Crawford, when it was first announced, I wasn't really feeling it. But then now on reflection, because I can actually see a method in how Crawford wins this fight. Before I couldn't. But I'm like, Canelo don't have no more shot left. Like, this guy couldn't stop John Ryder, bro. Yeah. So I'm like, fam, since he does hurt opponents, but when was the last time he fought someone who had genuine skill and speed advantage over him?
We're going back to Gennady Golovkin. That was a unanimous decision. John Ryder couldn't really put too much of a dent in him. Jamel Charlo
didn't put a dent in him,
really. Then you got Munguia.
Then he dropped him. The thing is, he drops everyone he fights, but he doesn't have the finish instinct.
He didn't drop Ryder.
He did. He dropped Ryder. He dropped Ryder. We were alive for that fight.
Yeah.
He dropped Ryder, but he didn't.
Edgar Berlanga.
He dropped Berlanga.
Skull. And none of these people in the last 4 fights that he's fought have anywhere near the skill set
or speed.
Yeah. Athleticism, wrestling ability.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you could. So now you almost have to go in the fight chasing a points decision.
Yes.
Do I want to be chasing a points decision against Crawford?
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, if you chase a knockout, that means you're going to give up rounds. Do you know what I'm saying? Canelo can't go into a Crawford fight.
So we're leaning more towards Crawford simply because what's happened in your mind is that you now struggle to see a path to which Canelo can win.
I can see how Canelo wins. A controversial points decision.
That's what I said.
And I can see maybe the power's too much and maybe he might get an early stoppage. But if it goes past 6 rounds, I genuinely... Because for me...
If Crawford is not intimidated of your power within the first 3 rounds, it's a long day for you.
Facts.
You'd have to land something on him early
100,
to let him know
this guy's the greatest calculator I've ever seen in boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? And when your legs start to go in that fight, you're going to get...
Canelo will need to put... In the first 3 or 4 rounds, he has to put a dent in Crawford. He needs to hurt him. He needs to get his respect. Because in the second half of the fight, rounds 7 to 12, he will not win a round.
He will not win a round. He will not win a round.
His stamina won't go because he's very, very, very fit. But his legs will go. His actual body will begin to break down.
And technically, Crawford would have got your timing by that time.
Yeah.
Crawford's understanding
He'll get your timing even more. You'll be slowing down.
Facts.
You'll almost be slowing down as he's starting to speed up.
Facts.
Crawford famously starts very slow.
Very slow. Again, if you think about the Majimov fight, other than the Spence fight, which I think that was just kind of 1, 2, 3, but the Porter fight, he starts fights quite slow, figures you out, then stops you.
Canelo needs to use that time when he starts slow to put a dent
in him. If he doesn't, it's one-way traffic.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it even more is because when we watched the Berlanga fight, you realise, and when we watched even the John Ryder fight, they all definitely in the Bivol fight, the second half of that fight was more competitive than the first half.
Yeah.
Like, I started to see them almost get a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, if that goes to the second half of the fight, that's what I'm saying. It's all about Canelo's mindset. Because if Canelo goes into that fight trying to go for a stoppage, then that means you're going to give up rounds.
This is why he needs a knockout against Skull.
Facts.
He needs a knockout against Skull. He can't do 12 rounds against Skull. You do 12 rounds against William Skull, you very, very, very unlikely. I make you 15% able to stop Crawford.
So now you got to outpoint. Now you got to outpoint.
You're not outpointing Crawford.
So in actual fact, you're leaning towards Crawford to win the fight against Canelo.
He has to show me a knockout. Come back to me on Saturday after we watch the William Skull fight. I need to see a stoppage.
So if you don't see a stoppage,
If I don't see a stoppage, I'm making Crawford the favourite.
wow.
Because what we're saying is we're giving you a puncher's chance.
You're not like.
That's what we're getting down to. We're giving you a puncher's chance.
And you ain't had a knockout in 5 years.
We're giving you your Deontay Wilder fighting Usyk.
And you haven't had a knockout in 5 years.
You're bigger than him.
No, but we're giving you a
punch.
puncher's chance and you haven't had a knockout in 5 years. That isn't...
That's Deontay Wilder versus Usyk. When did Wilder last knock someone out? Do you know what I mean? It must be a couple of years.
Yeah, trust.